What is going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another versus battle. Today I thought it would be a good idea, since Boruto is finally getting good in the manga, to do a Boruto Chunin exams versus Naruto Chunin exams. Now how this is going to work is we're going to pick the 6 best fighters from the Naruto Chunin exams and the 6 best fighters from the Boruto Chunin exams. I made the matchups as evenly as possible, so 1v1, 2v2, etc, etc. And amps are allowed, so things like Mitsuki's Sage Mode, Naruto's QB amp are allowed, and obviously the Gates and Gaara Shikaku mode. Now to kick things off, we have QB Rage Naruto vs Sage Mitsuki. Now to be clear, this isn't the one-tail Naruto, this is Naruto with QB influence. Now there are a couple clear indicators we can tell about the power they have from statements. Now first of all, we've only seen Mitsuki enter Sage Mode one time. That wasn't a setup and clearly got to see his power. During the earlier stages of the Genin exams, Mitsuki went up against adult Shino. Now, Shino, being quite the strong Jonin himself, was actually defeated by Sage Mitsuki, although after the fight it's implied that Shino was holding back, and Mitsuki admits that he would have lost if Shino had used his reserve bugs. This feat in itself shows that Sage Mitsuki is almost already a Jonin level fighter. Now we can move on to QB Naruto's strength. In Rage QB mode, he was able to defeat 2 Jonin level fighters though, those being Haku and Gaara. Oh, and not to mention, he also took out Gaara in a fucking tail beast as well at the same time. In terms of moves and jutsu, Mitsuki has the snake shit, but Naruto's arsenal is already way above Mitsuki's in terms of versatility. He can summon hundreds of shadow clones in QB influence, as we've seen in his brief fight with Kimimaro and his fight against Mitsuki. And above all, he can summon fucking Gamabunta, who would easily help Naruto win this fight. And even without Gamabunta, he still has a pretty good chance of winning for that alone. So I'm gonna give this one to Team Naruto and to Naruto. Next up, we got Sasuke vs Shinki. Now this is a fight that ain't really a close run, so right off the top I'm gonna just give this to Sasuke. Now my reasoning. The reasoning is, yes, we know Shinki is a strong and very capable fighter, fighting with the same sand style as his father Gaara, but has his own twist on it. But he's nowhere near the level that Gaara was during his time as a Genin. We saw close up as well as Sasuke was going toe to toe with Gaara after his Chidori training with Kakashi. We also saw how a Chidori type jutsu, and a jutsu even weaker than the Chidori, the Purple Lightning, which Boruto used to easily cut through Shinki's defenses. Add the Sharingan on top of that, as well as the amazing skill Sasuke already has at this age, and there's no way Shinki could even think of beating Sasuke. Now round 2 also goes to Sasuke and Team Naruto. Now for the third fight, it is Gaara vs Sarada. Now this fight is also quite the mismatch, and that's an ongoing thing I've discovered during the making of this video. The kids in Boruto are set up to be these massive prodigy, plenty of times stronger than their parents, but that seems not to be the case in at least the time of the Chunin exams. Gaara back in the day was a stone cold killer with no fear of anyone. Chunins, Jonins, Kages, all could get the smoke from Gaara. He wasn't afraid of any of them. Gaara's father, the Kazekage, at the time also declared Gaara the San's ultimate weapon, and a Kage level fighter was trying to kill his own son multiple times, couldn't come close to doing it because of how strong Gaara was. Sarada's quite the prodigy to give props to her though, and quite proficient with her Sharingan, and one day can surpass Gaara for sure. But during the times of the Chunin exams, the fight isn't even a contest, with round 3 going to Gaara and Team Naruto. Now on to fight 4, which is Rock Lee vs Boruto. Now for this fight, I'm even going to let Boruto use his scientific ninja tool head ass for this fight. I'm going to count it as legal, because that's the only way we could really give this kid a chance in this fight. It's a total mismatch. At this point, Rock Lee can open up the 4 gates, and when he does, he beats the absolute living shit out of Gaara back in the Chunin exams. Rock Lee's movement in the fight with Gaara as well was so quick that even Kakashi Sharingan had trouble keeping up with him. Boruto, on the other hand, doesn't really have many impressive feats at all by this time. He just cheats throughout the whole exam and would have lost on multiple occasions if it weren't for cheating as well. Even struggling against someone like Shikadai, who only had 1 shadow possession jutsu. Even without the gates and the leg weights on, I'll still back Rock Lee to win. And if he either opens the gates, takes off the leg weights, or both, it'll be a real quick fight with Rock Lee reigning supreme. And that makes it 4-0 for Team Naruto. Now round 5 is Neji vs Shikadai. Now starting off with Team Boruto, Shikadai is a very strategic and smart fighter, taking after his father. His shadow possession jutsu is a very dangerous one at that, and he thinks almost everything through during his fights. In most cases he would win his fights, but against Neji and his arsenal, there is nothing that can make me believe he even has a chance. We just talked about Rock Lee and Naruto and their feats, and at the time, Lee just wanted to catch up to the level of Neji, and that's the level Neji's at. Neji was beating the shit out of Naruto for the first 20 minutes of their fight, and back in the day, he was known as the prodigy of the Hyuga. His arsenal consisted of the 16 palms, 32 palms, rotations, and one of the strongest visual jutsus, the Byakugan. This in itself is way too much Shikadai to handle, and it's a clear victory for Neji, and I don't think anyone will break that, and that makes it 5-0 to Team Naruto. Now the next fight is Shino vs Sumire, and finally Team Boruto has a really good chance in this fight. Now, Shino at the time was no pushover, and even managed to defeat Kankuro in the first round. He was proficient with bugs and quite a dangerous opponent for anyone. Sumire, though, as we have seen during her interactions with Mitsuki and the fact that she has a massive fucking lion inside of her, would probably help in this fight. And this time, I'm gonna give the fight to Sumire on the assumption that she can summon the massive lion thing. And there you go, Boruto fans. Even though I don't know why, Boruto fans, your team has 1 point in this fight. Now let's go wrap it up. Team Naruto wins 5-1, as you would probably expect. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see anything similar to this, any comparisons between Boruto and Naruto, what kind of content you guys want to see next. So anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces.